Hi everyone, I'm Echoes and I'm a VTuber. And I'm gonna be going over Trigun Stargaze episode 10, which mostly focuses on the a battle between um Wolfwood and the blue-haired guy on who's part of Knives Ensemble essentially. Do apologize for the late reaction as I meant to do this earlier, but I ended up getting a bit tired this week and didn't have energy to do after work, so I'm going to do it this morning. And hopefully I should be caught up with the newest episode tomorrow, I think. But yeah. Also, I'm trying out this new background real quick. Just seeing how I feel with it. I don't know if I quite like it like this yet or not, but might as well just try it. See how I feel with it. Anyway, let's get started. So, in the beginning, essentially, we get let's see. Knives is pretty much having his final graft put onto him, where he's taking the power of the rest of the plants that they have with him at the time. You see that he's taking in their energy. He'll become, and then you can see his as Hobbs talking, it's like, he will make a proper world for plants and stuff, and they'll be one of the last humans left. They also need Vash. The twins are only complete when they're together. Kind of weird. And why does he seem so sad? And you see that Knives is uh essentially asleep until he's done with this process here. Knives is are we not enough? I don't know who this young child looking character is exactly, but hopefully they'll explain that later. This she is resembles Knives, but not quite. So I wonder if she's like some sort of clone, perhaps. I don't know. Let's see, and then you can see that Vash was trying to contact with her, or technically trying to contact Knives, but it's so that Knives group knows of Vash's location essentially. You can see that they're heading off, and the blue hair guy heads off, and he's at and looks like Vash was able to make contact back to the group where their journey started, which was at the crash site of when he and Knives landed on this planet essentially. You can see the flashback there. It's an appropriate place to end everything. Hell in our journey, and let's settle things. And you can say, what is this paradise they're talking about? He said, want to wipe out all humans on the planet, make every planet independent. Is this place a truly a paradise? Some emotions came through to me, but in their hearts, what they truly desire, they're not sure. You don't know that nobody does, right? Was Knives basing all this off? Desire to learn is what's important. So they don't really know Knives' motives quite exactly. And then you can see that like these two are not really able to fight, so they're kind of like watching everything. It's like it's been such a long time since Lost July. It weighs on us still. And how long and painful was that journey? And the hope is that whatever it reaches, it will be a peaceful end. Which makes sense. You can see the arc comes once Vash notified of them of their location. And then the blue hair guy takes charge here. That's why this episode's mostly focused on him. It's mostly focused on his battle here. Don't murder, don't kill him. And I'm going to vindicate myself. Bash PMP needs to be punished. And go use his really interesting weapon, which I'll explain a bit more in detail. So the most of this episode focused on their fight for the most part. But what's interesting though, not going to go into too much in detail because of that, and then you can see that these big guys I think are in charge of by Roslo, I believe. Oh, Legato is the hair guy's name. Not the one where they were wanting to confront Knives, but Knives is, still grafting, so you give him some time. But if you want to stop Lord Knives, you got to get through me first. You can see that this big brawny guy, I think, Rasa's going to take charge of them for now. Oh, it's not Rasa, Livio. My apologies. Oop. My fault. Livio, actually. Rasa was the old personality's name. Oops. Anyway. Funny he still has that tattoo, though. Volunteer to bear the cross and feel the pain. Okay, so I don't know if this is a biblical reference here. So yeah, so you can see that they're all fighting against him, and these are like, what can we even do? We're kind of useless. It's like, It's like, oh, maybe we could just hop on their ship, huh? And then like that's their idea. You can see that. What's this thing about whatever this? It's essentially like a mix of like a shield and like a chain sword, chain whip sort of thing. So you can see he's used, I guess, shield surfing, and then you can see Vash is doing the same thing with like a hunk of metal. What is that? I think this is probably one of the coolest shots is that they're shield surfing on like the side of the ship and stuff. And then you can see both Wolfwood and Livio are working together here. Also, you know, boarding on metal, which is pretty cool. And it's like, and the interesting thing is this Legato guy is trying to goad Vash into killing him, right? You have to want to kill him. It's the only way to cleanse your sin-cloaked body. Which tormenting and saddening Lord Nyes over 150 years. Lord Nyes is sad. Have you ever thought about how he feels? And you can see like I like Wolfwood's here words here. It's like, why how come you're making Lord Knives sad? But Wolf was like, no matter how much you talk, people can never truly comprehend each other. I do think it's some wise words from him. Just means that, people can have some understanding, but as much like they say, always the person who knows yourself best is technically yourself. So grow up, and I want to try to understand. And because Vash is like, even so, I want to try to understand anyway. It's like, if you could defeat me, then I will show you. Yeah, and then that weapon's doing kind of whack, crazy stuff. See that he's now using his psychic powers. He's trying to use it against two people at once. Let's see. He's like, I wanted to meet you, but then you turn out to be a horrible person, a god of betrayal. You must be punished. Gods will descend upon I, Michael, wipe out the world. Man, definitely one pretty crazy guy. And he's like, you better kill me. Has to bring the thing, otherwise someone else pays in tears. So you can see Vash, shoots him, right? But then he gets intercepted by Knives, who now looks very different. He looks very plant-like, though also has a lot of like his usual motifs involving like the spines and stuff. It's kind of scary. It looks kind of like Alien. And yeah. And yeah, now it's year 113, July 20th, one day until immigrant fleet arrives. So that will probably happen in today's episode, technically. Episode 11, which will be coming out soon. But yeah, overall, like, yeah, interesting episode. Not really, I can't say it has much depth. It just mostly focusing on the blue hair guy Legato and his ideology about how he worships knives as a god, believes that Vash is a god of betrayal slash despair. And then Knives swoops in at the last minute. But yeah, regardless, it's somewhat interesting to say the least, but mostly you focus on build up overall. But yeah. Anyway, that's all from me, and thanks for watching.